Good evening, class. Hold on, my chat thingy broke, so we're gonna be fixing that real quick. But how are you guys doing tonight? I'll catch up in a second. Let me see if I can fix this, because it was working perfectly fine, and then suddenly it all dumped out. Eh? Hello? Do I have to reconnect? Ah, that's why it disconnected me. Ah! How does it broke? Yeah, it disconnected me from Twitch. That's how. I had to reauthorize. It had a fail out, so it should work now. If someone could type something and test it real quick. So blue, the watch streak. Test. There we go. It's working. Okay. Hello. Welcome in, everyone. You have a. What's up, Gray? First, what's up, Gray? Fuck you. I would download a car from the Guide to Copyright and Hypocrisy from the class library. Blue, thank you for checking out Blessing of the Mummy when vengeful undead arrive when you're out of toilet paper from the class library. Deus, thank you for checking out Right Click Save. I've stole millions of NFTs with little effort from the class library. It's alright. Bullying NFT bros is always a acceptable. Deus, remember that. Remember that, class. Bullying NFT bros is not just acceptable, but it is expected. I feel that, Des. I feel that. Wrong. Boobs. Testes. Ah, these nuts. We're here. We're here. Oh my god, fucking. That's true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but you're not right either, my friend. Yeah, we're here. Last night was fucking annoying. I wanted to beat an old man. I didn't. You all should be proud of me. But, yeah, so. I have a 9mm. In the laundromat. Oh, also, good news! Thank you to, our wonderful friend Blue here. The new airbrush is finally actually coming, so I won't have one that's just constantly clogged. The one I have now will be relegated to only primer, because that primer clogs it like a motherfucker. And the other one will be for actual painting. So, what up, Aspect? You have too many. Yeah. You told me a handful of them already. Sorry, Deus. I feel that too. I feel that as well. But yeah. So, we are going to at least base coat the Nachtjagers. I don't know. It's gonna take a while for them to dry when I get done the base coat because of the wash. So what might happen, because my plans for tomorrow during the day have been screwed up now, I have to go to work first thing in the morning to shuttle everything down for a power event, and then once the power company is done with things, I have to bring it all back up, so my plans for tomorrow morning are ruined anyway. We're probably going to come back here and finish up these Nachtjagers. I don't know if anything's happening tomorrow night right now, but at least during the day I can do that. Finish work. Yeah, no problem, dude. Be safe at work, alright? I'll see you later, dude. Oh, I gotta send Gray the picture of the Gundam Shed of Shame. Steel, thank you for checking out Birds and Other Made Up Words for the class library. Aspect, thank you for checking out Ectoplasm Stock with the Ghost Left Behind, according to my teenage son, for the class library. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan. We're gonna do the base coating. Oh, and we're going to finish basing the other 3 Shrek Wolfen. I packed the 3 that we finished basing the other day away. So we gotta finish the 3 that I was painting the other day, and then they are done. They're done. Crow, thank you for checking out Leave the Cloakes Alone by Wolfie Pine from the class library. But yeah. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and let's get music going. As is tradition, song requests will be on in just a second. Let's hit random. Hell yeah, Alone in the Dark. I like it. Afraid of the Dark, I mean. And, let me scoot on over to the paint desk. So, give me just a minute, guys. The Smash Captain is packed away safely in his display case, Steel. Yeah. Other than Teus's brain moments, how's everyone doing tonight? Alright. Let me go ahead and actually just finish up these wolves. You good? Oh yeah. Yeah, the new airbrush will be here Sunday, so. And then we just gotta get the gaming table. And then I can start being an actual, like, person. I realized I didn't swap to the painting. Terrell, what's up? You have returned to throw it back. Throw it back, my good friend. Doc's appointment down goes Hope. Oh, I'm sorry, Crow. Are things like, are they still good though? Are you okay, friend? Yes, yes, Trell, yes. Smash Caps wrapped at least 2 layers of yes, at least 2 layers of bubble wrap in a glass case, far away from anyone named Steel. If you need to message me, you can, dude. Like you can text me if you ever need to. Like you know that. All right, we're gonna finish. I packed these other ones away. We're gonna finish basing these, and then or finish doing the bases on these. Then we're gonna base coat these guys, and then we'll see where we are after that. It's a standing thing, boo. I appreciate you too. Also, this has probably become my favorite Motionless in White song in the last few weeks. Like, I know I've heard it, but it just... You know the part. The part that's gonna start in a moment. Fucking used to. Now I know I don't have to do this alone. A creature that found a home. Bug Hunter? Trying to make meth in a space... Fucking what, Dance? Fucking excuse me? I have heard of Space Station 13. I have never played Space Station 13. One of the big BattleTech YouTubers I very much like had a whole thing about Space Station 13. I also know apparently clowns are fucking insane. V, thank you for checking out Volume 1 of How Not to Understand Book Titles, Volume 35 for the class library. Remake Space Station 14. Yeah, that's fair. One VM for a game is kind of stupid. Although, I mean, I do regularly set VMs up to host servers, but that's slightly different. Like I've done Valheim. I mean, I had that Palworld server for the community for a while, but we just kind of stopped playing. Although I'm gonna be going back to it for a little bit when 1.0 drops. You know, fair. Space intern meth does definitely sound like a thing. Okay. This song is fucking wonderful. I hope you know that aspect. Like, it's dumb. It's dumb as shit, but I hope... We meth interns together? Oh, no. I'll be honest, I don't know the first thing about the game. Other than, like, what I've seen from text talks, I don't know hardly anything about the game. That's fair. That sounds to be like the common occurrence, to be honest. Yeah, I know something about, like, clowns, apparently, fucking... Yeah, apparently, like, being a clown is legitimately simultaneously, like, the worst thing you can do and also the best thing you can do. $10 makes... Oh, I could be the Space Pope? Are we talking about, like... Futurama Space Pope? And can I be a, Can I be a Lizard Man Space Pope? Kiki, thank you for checking out Living in Australia and Unabridged Odyssey for the class library. Nerd. The fuck? Yeah, can I be the Lizard Man Space Pope? Look up the Futurama Space Pope. Alright, there's that. Yes, Kiki. I need to play for 5 hours before I can be a chaplain. Can I just, like, be like a Lizard Man choir boy or something, then? Feeling violent today? What else is new? But Kiki, I can't listen. I'm not in the voice chat. Alright, Lizard Man Bartender does sound fun as shit, I'm not gonna lie. God damn it. It's jammed. Kiki's so dumb with my shit already. Should teach the kids to call you Kikaroni. Yeah, I know. But who wants to understand a game they're playing? Like, why not just, like, get thrown in? You can tell how good the mixture is. My tongue flick. I can taste it. Have you ever gotten drunk from the air, Barney? Oh my god, I can finally use my super glue. I mean, methamphetamines were originally developed to be, like most drugs, were developed to be medicine originally. Uh, It was. It was actually originally, yeah. It was actually used as a battlefield stimulant. So they actually used to put it in chocolate, and that's actually part of what allowed the Blitz to like go so well. Is all of the German soldiers were high as tits for the beginning of World War II. And then they started going through withdrawal and stuff once they weren't able to get a hold of it, and that's when the Germans really started to kind of like things got turned around a little bit. Ta-da! They're done. They're done. Look how easy that was. They're looking for scrap metal pulled off. Exactly. I don't know what year it was made, though. I think they might have actually used it in World War I, too, but I'm not 100% on that. Alright, we gotta give this a deep clean before we start. Because I don't have the good airbrush yet. Let me put these on the shelf, and then we'll take glamour shots of these guys in a little bit. Especially the 13. We were in charge of the robots and just kept stealing materials to make more robots. Did you play with Sig? Because I think I remember him saying something about that. Or you've told me about that before. I'm not sure which one. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna... Okay, then maybe you've told me about that before, because I remember one of you mentioning something about like someone just stealing shit and making robots. I don't know if Sig's ever played Space Station 13, to be honest. We're to use the pot to boil some water to clean the airbrush. Pot. Pot. Electric kettle. I know it's an electric kettle, but I'm gonna call it a pot. Because I'm uncultured and an idiot. I actually like this song. I like this song a lot. I need to add a button to just add something to my fucking playlist. So I have to scroll over to my computer. No! No! Okay, that is beautiful, Deus. Are you boiling yet? Are you boiling yet? Close enough. Happy Meth Day. Wait, genetics department? Can I make, like, weird alien monstrosities? Did you manage to make your meth, Deus? In Space Station 13? The max... Of course. Oh, you're a meth harpy. I see that now. I see the psychedelic harpy. Can you make LSD in it? Because that would actually fit too much. I don't know the difference. I've never played either. Is it like an updated, I assume? Still an alpha? Oh, okay. Where is my wrench? I love Ice 9 Kills. I love Spencer's voice. If you want to send someone out the airlock cover, halls in space, Lubin. I've seen, there was a clip, I want to say Tex Talks did, where it showed that, like, a guy was a clown, and he was just, like, running down a hallway, and then someone hit, like, a slip and slide or some shit. I'm trying to, there's paint jammed in this nose. So I'm trying to get this cleaned up before we start. Do shrooms about it. What's up, Lou? Hi. Ah! What did I do? I'm trying to clean my airbrush. All hair Cargonia. What did I do, Lou? Oh, come on. Fucking screw in, damn it. Arr. Okay, let's try this again. In you go, Needle. Come here, hot water. Oh, that's fucking hot. I just dumped that on my leg. Close enough. It's shooting a little to the left, but who doesn't? Space Station 14 is given the power to load Oh, amazing. Look. Crow. When I was 4 years old, I had scalding water dumped on me. I'm trying to relive my childhood, okay? That I accidentally dumped water on myself? Go ahead. She'll laugh at me. Just run. Hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd be buried long time ago. Where do you come from? Where do you go? Where do you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where the fuck is my Bane base? I literally just fucking had it. There it is. I might eventually. Like I said, I've got a lot of stuff I'm trying to get done, and not a lot of time, unfortunately. But I might eventually give it a try. I'm not against the idea. I just like I've said, like if I'm playing a video game at this point, it's because I want to spend time with the person I'm playing with. I'm not very. Do I ever fall asleep? Barely. Like I just if I'm playing games with someone at this point, it's either I'm too tired to like do anything else or like hang out with people, and like there's a lot of people that I want to hang out with that I don't even get a chance to do that because schedules don't line up, or I already am pre-closed to someone or something or something else. So I'm trying to get better at things. I have never been high, so I don't know how that works, but I've heard that mushroom highs are very interesting, for the record. I need to... This is... Oh, did I get a fucking chunk in there? No, sleep regularly eludes me, Blue. Brandon told me a video exists of him sitting, talking how the world's gonna end, sweating. A friend of mine, my friend that owns my local game store, actually, he needs to get Lunecra's approval first, I told him. But he has declared that the second I don't have to get drug tests, all the time. He is demanding that I do do shrooms with him one time, or at least I do shrooms and let him babysit me, because he just wants to hear the crazy shit that will come out of my mind, like psilocybin high. Especially because I've never been high before, and he's seen me drunk, and he knows the shit that comes out of my voice. Maybe I don't know when or if it will ever actually happen. But he's seen me drunk before. He knows the crazy shit that comes out of my voice or my mouth when I'm drunk. So he's like, if there's any person, any of my friends I need to see high, it's you. And he's like, you know so much about like various cryptids and mythology and stuff that like I'm gonna learn something. And that might not be right, but I'm still gonna learn it, and it's gonna be funny as fuck. It's like, you might be so high that you're confusing everything, but it will be funny. I'm like, okay, well, fair. And your Warhammer dealer wants you to get mushroom high with him. Just remember, Scientology was created on a dare of science fiction writers. L. Ron Hubbard legitimately said, I bet you I can make a shitload of money creating a religion, when he was playing cards with, it was Robert Heinlein, I think Philip K. Dick was there, and there was another person. And so he created Scientology and then started drinking his own Kool-Aid. I shit you not. Yep, okay, there's still something jammed in there. Are they saying space asshole? Behold thy art. Instead of mushrooms, he would. Behold thy art. Smell the paint. Taste the models. Become absorbed. Grow the collection. It must always grow. Give to the bottomless pit of collecting. Don't drink all the tequila on the escape shuttle. I need some of that. Oh, I got vodka. It's fine. Time to dig this piece out of the fucking nozzle because it got jammed in there again because... Damn it. Hold on. Let's try it now. I've ever seen the anime movie about God Kingdom's bicycles for an underground betting ring. No, that doesn't ring any bells. Is it an anime movie, or is it like a American? Or is that just like a movie explained badly kind of thing? Yeah, that does not ring any bells, dude. He's European? I've never heard of that. I did see a lot of clips of the new French, it came out last year or the year before, French Dracula movie that apparently is, like, very good. I downloaded that earlier. But I don't... No, that does not ring any bells. It does sound like something that would come out of the early 2000s, though. Where's my mixie stick? There's my mixie stick. Alright, let's try this again. Fucking excuse me, what? Yeah, I do be peeing. So after we finish these guys, we have Blue's orcs to paint, and I've ordered the Mechanicus model that Celestial requested. And Blue, you said you wanted it to be like the orcs that tried to paint themselves purple? Because that's actually going to be really fun if that's how you want me to do it. Because I do everything green, and then I try to make it look like they've badly painted themselves purple. Painting badly on purpose for effects is really fun. Let me tell you guys. It's one of those things that's kind of like hard to do to make something look like crap intentionally, but like it's also really fun and funny. God, I haven't heard this song before. Is this new? Did Data Remember release new music I didn't know about? Where the fuck is this piece of... Where is this thing jammed? I will look in a second. Still trying to figure out what's going on here, because like my brush is... My brush is acting like there's something in the nozzle, and I can't see anything. Don't check, it's a trap! You know, I believe that from Steel. God damn it, Blue. Blue sends me a picture of Akbar and then Ostafolo. Oh, that is entirely packed. The chemist won't let you make meth? Oh. Well, you know what you need to do then? Become meth. Tweezers! Tweakers! Oh, that looks pretty clean now. I can see light through it now. You know, Blue. I think, this airbrush is realizing it's getting replaced for the workhorse brush, and it's rebelling. That's what today is, that's what's happening today. How dare you replace me? I have been your faithful friend for years. You're bringing some new hussy Awada HPCS Eclipse. Still spraying to the side. It's fine. It's fine. I can see clearly now. The airbrush is clean. I can see everything that's in my way. You're faithful and loyal. Why do you keep getting clogged so easily? Why do you keep putting such dirty paint inside me? Sorry, I need to stop flirting with my airbrush, I know. Perhaps true loyalty is to the dirt. You think it likes if I just call it? You think like my airbrush might have like a degradation kink? You think I should just like call it some names, see what happens? You like that, you dirty airbrush? You flush yourself to Cargonia? I assume that's the cargo hold. Using context clues. Yeah, there you go, your little airbrush. I'm gonna mix its paint inside you. I need to stop. Oh, because that's not paint steel. No! Damn it! Fuck! You fucking asshole. I think it's the same one from the other day, too. Of course, we couldn't do this event before the fucking or after the plastic ones came out. You know. But I forgot they covered this. This game. I haven't back just to know your name. Name close in a place like this. Anything goes. You think you might miss. Back down, bring it back down. Oh, are they? Oh, they're gonna kill that. That's gonna be so good. Girlfriend I had in February of last year. It's not confidential. I've got potential. Yeah, no, they're gonna knock that the fuck out of the park. I'm excited for that. Tomorrow in the moonlight, somebody told me you had a boyfriend who looked like a girlfriend. In the game or in real life, Deus? Also, where would you keep a creative blowhigh? I have a friend that works for IKEA. I wonder what he would do if I asked him to use his discount to give me a creative blowhigh. I wonder if he could give me a creative blowhigh. I wonder if he's listening right now. He's not responding if he is. But he sometimes silently lurks. You are being perceived. I'm gonna text him real quick. So, hypothetically, with your discount, how much would a crate of blowhigh be? I'm not gonna out him, but like you all know him. He's been around a good handful of times. So I did see it. I did see it, Steel. The little drunker than I thought I would with the what do you do with a drunken sailor? I need Trader Green. Where is my Trader Green? Battle dress. Need Trader Green for the undercoat before we do the Crixbane highlight. So I can do the proper shadows under the dry brushing. And then we'll hit it with a... Oh, did he respond? He will tell me tomorrow. Inquiring minds on... I have a... Can't find out. Alright, responded. He will tell me tomorrow. I will report back tomorrow, Deus. As the one person I know who might actually buy a crate of Bloweye. Deus. You need to fill the Prius. You need to fill the Prius with Bloweye. Make yourself a plushy shark bed in your Prius. If I had to guess, a full pallet would be around 100 to 125. So between 2,550 or $3,187 for a full pallet of them, he gets a 15% discount. So you heard that, guys? For roughly $3,000, you can have 125 Bloweye. Yes, the back sheet will be a shonk pit. Well, you see, Blue, you're a mon. You can refund yourself points if you really wanted. What would I do with the Drunken Sailor? Same thing I've always done with the Drunken Sailor. Give him some water, a blankie, and tell him to sleep it off. You forget, I was in a naval ROTC. I've done many. Unfortunately, Deus, that is the trade-off. Is it worth the shork bed? No guarantee how dusty they are. What's up, Divine? Hey, buddy. I'm painting weird gargoyle vampire creatures. Divine. I painted werewolves earlier, and I based the werewolves. Wasted 8 hours. Yeah, did you actually finish that, Boo? Oh, woo. Hold on, I'll get one of the well. The woos are on the other side. Yeah, I know you have a shitload too, so I feel like 30's barely cracking the surface. Oh, is it that bad? You're probably better off getting like getting something you can put them on, like that Zune you used to have. You had a Zune, right? I can't remember if someone had a Zune, but you're probably better off getting like a Bluetooth enabled device and manually loading them all on there, like an old school MP3 player.
The best part about gargoyles is that they are guaranteed to get rock hard at some point.
These ones no, but... Hi, Bobby. Okay. Can't make playlists, can't listen. Oh, that's dumb as shit, dude. You probably just need something with an external interface. Is it an actual meth lab, this? Or are you just calling it a meth lab? I see you convinced the chemist to make some meth. But was it just the chemist lab that is now meth? Or was it the space station's meth lab? Because space stations just have those. I don't feel like listening to that. Okay. I just wanted to clarify. Divine, I've got a music request thing now, dude. If you type in !SR and then the artist and then the song, it should find it. It's not perfect, but his fucking arm fell off again. Another guy's arm fell off. I hate these. I hate. It's alright, we're done airbrushing these guys now. Alright, that's done for now. Every one of you's arms are just falling off constantly. Yeah, I never got a chance to listen to that earlier when you sent it to me, Days. I was too busy. So for those of you that work in office settings, like, you know how Zoom meetings are. this old man who is in charge of our liquidations and like real estate auctions fell for a Zoom meeting scam where it said that his Zoom needed to be updated. Upon downloading, it installed 2 RMMs and a RDP network. And of course, he didn't know better. So yeah, that's what I was doing yesterday. I was dealing with that. Always fun, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you how happy I was about that. What? Yumu's doing lines? Of what? Of art? Oh. I was like, Mew, no. Mew, you do you, but don't. Also, no, I've not tried using cement, because these are metal models. And the wings are too fucking skinny for me to pin them, which is the normal answer to shit like this. Alright, we're gonna give it a minute for... We're gonna give it a minute for this to... For that to dry, and then we're gonna wash these guys down. Divine, have you seen this dude? He doesn't look exactly like you, but he definitely reminded me of you when I saw him. The Shockwire, the guy that's singing currently. It's fine, I'll make that work. Do they work? Not yet. They haven't. Deus is a connoisseur of Shockwire. They can put on some more if they want. Such as high at work, and I drive the speed limit because there's drugs in the car. You should just walk up to the guy you work with and just be like, "Are you Shockwire?" We're gonna have to give that a couple minutes to actually set up before we watch these, or else I'm gonna ruin my brushes. Alright, we're gonna hit that with some purple. He makes like, Why the fuck is my Richu? There it is. Richu Violet. Yeah, such magical classics. Would I trust you with a Death Note? More than other people? Oh, sleep well, Boo. Love you, buddy. Thank you for hanging out. Blue, the answer to that question is I would trust you more than other people. But there are definitely people... if I knew you got a death note and certain people started suddenly dropping dead, I would know who did it. Let's put it that way. But I would trust you more than certain other people with a death note, because there are some other people I know that I think would just start going ham with it. Would Easy trust me with a death note? That's the question. Would any of you trust me with a death note? I feel like kind of like with Blue is I feel like there are definitely better answers. You trust me with a death note? I feel like there are people I would trust more, but there are definitely people I would trust less with one. That goes for myself too, though. Like I know who I am. I'm not fooling anyone. I know who I am. I would trust my kids with a death note because they can't write. No, that's not true. I would trust the youngest. No, actually, I wouldn't, because the youngest would be like accidentally like write in like the Pope's name or some shit, and then we'd have to deal with like that fallout. No, because I don't think I trust my kids, because they would all eventually write each other in there. To be honest, I don't think I would trust my kids with a death note. Maybe in a few years, but all of them are vindictive enough. They're normally fine, but they can get vindictive enough that I know it will cause problems, and I'm not prepared to deal with that. I don't have proper evil book protection in place. I know I'm really really bad here, and I think that's a little outside of Lunecra's wheelhouse. So. Yeah, Steel, I'm not sure you can spell. Tell you more about these gargoyles. Alright, so these are called Nachtjagers. In the story of Conflict 47, when the Green Vault took over the Axis, and they took anyone that didn't agree with them and started experimenting on them, as I said. Some became the Schreckwolfen, which do maintain normal human knowledge. These are the ones that were turned into an attempt to create nighttime super soldiers, and they became entirely feral. They are little more than wild hunting beasts that have various DNAs of nocturnal animals mixed into them, and they are very, very fast. They can fly, and they were made to invoke old vampire and gargoyle myths. But they are completely feral and have lost any human level intelligence. But they are also terrifying because they can follow orders enough to be given targets. There's actually a third type of monster that I don't have. That's not the zombies. that are basically this experiment that actually succeeded, and they were volunteers that all kept their, instead of being forcibly changed, they were volunteers that all kept their personalities. They're called Nachtballen. I don't know what it means because I don't speak German. Like, I know what Nachtjager is because I know what Jäger is, and Nacht is night, so whatever. But they're like shapeshifters and shit like that. I have some coming, and I really did need them for this event, but they're not arriving in time because I don't like the new sculpt, and I asked to get the metal sculpt for them because it is genuinely a lot creepier, and I appreciate that. I also have the new American Power Super Soldiers coming. I also have the new Japanese Ghost Troopers on order, and I have the Russian Werebears on order that come out in July, I believe. I believe it's July. Because there's in the corner. I'm trying to speed limit because there's drugs. Blue, do you speak German? Because I don't know what Nachbalin means. I'm gonna have to look it up in a minute, but does anyone here speak German, actually? Not just Blue. 9? Yeah, I know a handful of words, and that's about it. Fucking BELN, I believe. Noct, N-O, Noct as in nocturnal, BELN. Alright, we're gonna let that dry. I don't know if we're gonna be able to start washing these. They might need a second coat of wash, or, these guys might need a second coat of wash anyway. I'm gonna look it up. Notchbullen. Not Notchoblin. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what it means. It's apparently just gibberish. So night something. What is that? Yes. I don't even know what that is. But also, yes, I agree. Yeah, so we're gonna let this wash dry. And then I'm gonna probably hit it with another wash, and we'll see what time it is. Steel. What did you do? Or did Twitch do the Twitch thing? I do not currently own Goblin Cleanup. I might have it in the thing because of Krim or Zaku, though. I do have crotch goblins. I have 3 of them, in fact. We're not going to put any more Agrax in there. I think we're going to go more deeper purple. Flesh. Yeah, we're going to put a little more purple in there after this dries. Yeah. Anyway. See, every language I speak is either... Like, I'm not fluent in anything other than English. I know a handful of words and a couple. Like, and like... Onagawa is a dead language. I know some Onagawa words. There's less than 100 native speakers of it left in the world, like I've said before, so, like, I'm not expected to know my own language. And then, like, I know words of Draconic from D&D, from an old, like, 2nd edition book. I know, like, random words in other languages. That's fair. No, that's fair. I know, I have a friend, who's half German, half Japanese, and same thing. Like, he can, like, fluently read German, but he doesn't really perceive what he's saying. He is fluent in Japanese, though. English and Japanese, but not in German. His grandparents on his dad's side, which is the German side, fled at the beginning of everything, like right before Kristallnacht, to America, and then refused to basically ever speak about Germany again until they were older. So his father, never learned how to speak German, so he never did. But his mother was came over here when she was 3, and she was already fluent in Japanese, and she insisted on teaching the kids Japanese. So, I'm fluent in smartass, dumbass, Filipino, a little bit in English. I am also fluent in smartass and dumbass, as you all well know. I'm also fluent in drunken babble. Oh, hey, actually, so we're gonna start working on doing the payoffs for the subathon finally, that we haven't already done, because there's a handful of them. What do you guys want me to do for a whole class? Like we'll do, I'll do a deep dive research and actually, like, do a whole class, maybe, like, see, I have a few people in mind, but, like, just do a closed chat with myself and, like, one other person or 2 other people, and, like, do, like, a whole class. But I need a subject that y'all want. Drunken Babble is indeed your native language. Deus, deep dive on hot monster women doesn't work that way. It has to be a specific, like, monster legend. It can't be the whole thing. That's too broad of a scope, my friend. So, okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. There have been monster fuckers as long as there have been things that went bump in the night. Okay? We came out the caves already trying to fuck the things in the darkness. Alright? There are not just legends, there are like biblical texts of like people actively seeking out like negative entities and stuff in order to sex them. I'm not kidding. There's entire cuneiforms written about people trying to track down Lilu and Litu. There's entire cuneiforms written about people trying to find Jinn in order to turn them into significant others because, well, for the power. Like it is literally the Greeks wrote their entire mythology on monster fucking. Okay? Like, yeah, you have their gods that are human and like humanoid and all that, but Zeus turns his ass into whatever the fuck he wants. There's regularly stories about people trying to fuck nymphs. There's regularly stories about people trying to fuck dryads. Like, we have been monster fucking as long as we've been a conscious society. Okay? like that is not new. In fact, that might be the most human part. When people say that aliens won't come here because we will try to fuck them, that might be the most human thing about first contact with aliens. So congratulations, Deus. You're human. I did not mention sirens and mermaids, but like that's implied. I mean, like legitimately, like yeah, I think the siren and mermaids are a perfect example, like Blue said. Like monster fucking is in the human DNA. How you feeling, Gray? We're waiting on wash to dry, so I agree, Deus. But that part of you might be the most human part of you, my friend. Like, did you know that Lamia were being viewed as sex objects before they were being viewed as objects of horror, right? Like, think about how many monsters in like mythology and stuff used lust to draw in victims. Like, it is literally just a core tenet of the basest human emotion. Yeah, I know you just want to kiss him, but, you know, kissing is still a form of monster fucking. You want to be intimate with a monster in general.
Never forget that Captain Kirk volunteered to go where no human has ever gone before.
You are Wolf.
That includes alien ladies among the stars.
That is true. That is true. Kirk is probably one of the only people that did not pass the Harkness test, and I'm pretty sure Kirk is the reason the Harkness test exists. No, Gray, so one of the things in my... I don't remember exactly when we met, dude. I know it was when I was hanging out with Flint that one day, which I need to fucking hit his ass up.
So Prof still licking dog beans?
Licking beans! But, I one of my things for my subathon from back on my birthday is doing a full deep dive, sit down. Did you find... I did not find you a wolf girl, I'm sorry. I haven't found one yet. But one of my things for my subathon is a full sit down deep dive like class with you guys. And I'm like, but y'all gotta give me a subject. And Deus wants me to do a deep dive on Hot Monster Woman, and when did we start wanting to kiss him instead of fleeing him? And that went into a whole tangent about how monster fucking and like wanting to be intimate with monsters might literally be one of the most human traits in existence. But yeah, like history, mythology, something about a lore of a game, cryptid or something. Like give me an idea, guys. That's true. We are actually native. Well, that's actually one of the really more interesting things about like human nature is like legitimately the idea of being afraid of things is a semi-learned trait because our first instinct is always to try to make it a friend. So maybe not like truthfully attracted in all the ways, but we see something that can kill us and just went, how can I make that my friend so it can kill things for me? I'll see what I can do, Deus. Let me... If I can kill it, fuck it, or make it a friend, not worth it. It's not worth the effort then, right? I mean, let's be honest, like, legitimately, that's legitimately the first military contact with aliens. Okay. Gray, I'm sure you are. Who is familiar with Macross? Robotech Macross. What do you mean, Kiki? Let's talk about the TV show, dude. I did not fuck an onion. I eat onions, but I never fucked an onion. That's weird. I love onions. I'll eat just like straight up eat a raw onion. Of course he did. Marry, fuck, kill is the base. Yeah, it is like the basic human game. That's true. That's alright. Just ask. Man, I don't know. I'm too fucking burnt out from this week to have a comeback to Zaku right now. I'm slipping. Uh-huh. Sure, Zach. Sure, buddy. Yeah, no, anyway, in Macross Robotech, one of the ace pilot Max, so you have the main character who is Hikaru, I don't remember what they call him in Robotech. Robotech is 3 different animes that were crushed together and then dubbed in English by Harmony Gold. So they're Macross, Genesis Collider, Super Dimension Fortress Macross, Genesis Collider Mospedia, and Super Dimension Fortress Southern Cross. Hikaru is the other guy's original name. But his buddy Max, who is like his ace pilot and wingman, literally ends the first space war with his dick. He knocks up at one of the Zendrati princesses. She's an assassin, but like I'm pretty sure she's like royal descent or something. But he knocks her up, and it ends the war. Which days? I'm kind of surprised you haven't watched it actually, considering the Zendrati are giant humans that can shrink themselves down to like regular size as they want and then get bigger. But find one that's worth it. Oh, right, the harem of... Oh, I'm sorry. So, in Macross, they build the giant robots because the giant robots in their robot form, because it's their planes that turn into robots. And in their humanoid form, they are the same size as the Zendrati, unarmored. So, that's how I get Neff to play a robot game. Make her play Macross, but then I have to play Macross. The Macross game fucking sucked. But yeah, so the average... No, you do. I'm not denying you that. Hold on. Veritech height. The average male Zendrati is 18.1 meters tall. The average Veritech 16 meters tall. Macross, which got ironic because Macross was supposed to be a parody of Gundam at first. Mallcross was a parody of Gundam originally.
I'm off to clean up a call, but I leave you with this Sao Bay, Sao Bay, Sao Bay.
The Zentradi women are roughly the same size as the men. I think there's a couple that are a little shorter, but none of them are ever shorter than the Battleoids. So like 16 meters is the tallest, or is the shortest. That unless they shrink themselves, because Zentradi have technology to shrink themselves to blend into humans.
Now that sounds like a plan. Kif, declare war on all the sexiest alien species known. I will then proceed to seduce their female leaders to both end those wars and claim myself a woman of many varieties at the same time.
You know, Blue, you have a very, very unique ability to write Zap Brannigan dialogue in a way that actually makes it sound like something he would have. They're 16 meters tall. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have a face anymore, Gray. I'll do what I can. So technically, if we're about 18 years, roughly, we're about 18 years past when they were supposed to show up. As a very, very unique, or very, very specific request, Deus. Probably. I mean, I don't know. Mira shrunk herself down to human size to be with Max, so. And then they had like 17 kids, and every Mallcross series since has included either one of their kids or one of their grandkids as a main character. Sometimes both. It's 100 meters of tail. Where are we gonna keep it? Where are we gonna keep that, Deus? Mallcross is also the series where like J-pop is magic though. So like in Mallcross Delta, which is fucking fantastic and I highly recommend, they literally use psychic singing to hold back a rage virus. Get it? You know, fair. That would actually work. But this show is older than you and I, Deus. Like the first Mallcross series was 84, I think. It's either 84 or 87. Oh, I was wrong. 82. The first series was 82. The second series was 84. It's alright, Gray. You're only 8 years older than me, I think. 36. I think you're only 8 years older than me. Are you dry yet? You don't look like you're dry yet. You're not dry yet. We're gonna put another purple coat on. Because that'll give a nice shadow behind the dry brush. Yeah, so you're 8 years older than me. I was born in 90. February 13th of 1990. I mean, I both respect and, like, will help you with that. But we do need a place to keep her before the government kidnaps her and tries to use her in experiments. My fucking kids. Oh my god, like a visceral rage hit me when my 5-year-old made a 6-7 joke earlier. I was just like, are you fucking serious, kid? And I'm like thinking back to all the things that like I probably did to my parents that like had the same effect on them. We have banned the 6-7 from the house though. Alright. I'm going to grab another drink real quick. We will do another layer of purple on here and we'll see where we're at. So I will be back momentarily, y'all. Hello, I'm back! Hold on, what? Oh god, what all did I miss? Deus, to answer your question, I know enough military people to know that it does not matter. They will worship her. Legitimately, I have a friend who joined the Navy and was legitimately told to avoid thick goth women. Because he was told, avoid the thick goth women if you want to still have your money when you get back. And I'm like, that is the dumbest, most fucked up thing I've ever heard. But it was really funny at the time. Steal. Oh, a fun one. Also, oh, okay. I'll let you. Yeah, I'll remind you later. It's okay, Deus. One day. I mean, one day we'll figure that out for you. I'll be honest. I don't understand that super much. I feel like I'd be claustrophobic. Like, I understand shapeshifting, but, like, you know, the rest of it, I feel like it'd be claustrophobic. I mean, I would assume shapeshifting would come with size shifting. The difference is, do you break the laws of like conservation of mass? That's really the question. Yeah, no, I'm esoteric as fuck. You want to break the? Is your dad a physicist? I did not know that. That would be hilarious. Have you ever done the Have you just walked to him and just went, man, spirals or strings, and then just like walked away? Every person I know that's like really into physics has their own pet theory about string or spiral, and like it's just so angry to every one of them gets really angry, and when you imply that there's a difference or the one or the other is like there, and it's always funny to do that to a physics person. All right, let me look. Oh, you've told me that before. I forgot about that. That's really fucking cool. I want to go. Man. No, you're good. You're good. I get it. Okay, so Deus, hold on. I'm gonna text you something real quick. You've mentioned the city before, but I don't want to risk it, so I just texted you that. Just out of pure curiosity. You can answer here just yes or no. That's all. I'm just curious. Because, like, if I ever make it up there, I would love to see that. It's like a good dog. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do... How would you guys feel if I, like, did, like, a very, like, brief deep dive on, like, the Manhattan Project? Like, I find it fascinating. There's so many cool things about the Manhattan Project, like, how it also includes, fuck, what was his name? God damn it. He's Marie Curie's son-in-law, because he married Marie Curie's daughter and was also a nuclear physicist in France. And my brain is completely blanking on his name. But he actually, so when he was working with the Allies to create racing Heisenberg to the atom bomb, and he stayed behind while he sent Irene, his wife, Madame Curie's daughter, to America with the rest of the atomic project people that had already been working on when America started with the Manhattan Project. And then he stayed behind and willingly joined Heisenberg's team as a captive scientist so he could sabotage their research and, like, kill the SS High Command and, like, everything. He would become friendly with them in daily life, and he would go and, like, get them drunk and stuff. Like, he'd start hanging out with them for like a couple weeks, and he'd get them drunk and stuff one night. And it was not uncommon in occupied France for... Cheers, Blue. It was not uncommon for occupied France, in occupied France, for, like, German officers and soldiers and stuff to go missing and then be found dead because they are dead. And, like, there's like so many like, girls and guys and stuff would literally whore themselves out so they could get them into compromising situations where they could assassinate them. And he did the same thing, but it was all scientists and shit. And he is widely widely, like, accepted as one of the most influential spies that was not actually a member of a spy organization of World War II, and I cannot remember his fucking name. I want to say Frederick something. That's fairly early in the series. I don't remember exactly, Blue. But it's fairly early in the series. Hold on a second. It's Fate Apocrypha. Astapholos from Fate Apocrypha. What was I looking up? That's what I was looking up. Frederick Joliot-Curie. Frederick Joliot-Curie is the guy I was just talking about. He is fucking fascinating. He died at 58 in 1958. But the man is like, I'm fascinated by him. But yeah, no, I'm absolutely fucking fascinated by this guy, and I need to see if I can find a biography of him to read, because like he's just I don't know, something about that whole thing of like, well, you know, paladin. I'm a paladin. The idea of like sacrificing myself to like sabotage stuff and, you know, help the people I love and care about is just like, it is that like that bucket list item that I just will never be able to live out. Go. I will stay. I'll hold them back. But you're gonna die. I know. Please, I want this. The other really funny, interesting, cool connection to the Manhattan Project. Did you know the founder of the founder of Waffle House worked for the Manhattan Project? Like, I think I've told you guys this on stream before. Do I know the family of four? I don't honor that lawful shit. I will save my wife every time. I will save whoever I can of the family of four, but I will save my wife every time first. I'm not a lawful paladin. In fact, I'm not even particularly divine. I'm more of just the, you know, the paladin in the Final Fantasy sense. What fantasy class gets high the most? Druid or Shaman? Literally, in most canons where druids and shamans exist, there's some level of idea that they get high to first commune with their powers before they learn to do it natively. Mages and sorcerers also, depending on the setting. I mean, I don't. So the question is, I guess, recreationally, I think druids and warlocks probably do it to enhance their powers or to get like more of a handle on it. Sorcerers do it because if you go with the D&D interpretation, sorcerers regularly awaken to magic not knowing. Rogues do it for fun. Yeah, no, but I think I've told this before, but the guy who started Waffle House worked for the Manhattan Project. He was a Georgia or Alabama, I don't remember, but his dad owned a real estate company. He went and became a lawyer, decided he wanted to be a soldier. Did not actually found out that he was just they basically told him he was too smart to be on the infantry. So they made him into a effectively a spy. His whole job was breaking into American military bases and telling them how he did it so they could shore up their defenses. And he was so good at it, though, he pissed off so many like high-ranking base commanders. They eventually was like, "You're going to get a very special job." So they moved him to transportation, and they gave him a route, him and one other dude, and they were supposed to just run parts from like various parts of the country to Los Alamos. And they were told basically, you follow this route, you don't deviate, you go nonstop, you will be, monitored, and people will be around helping or like keeping an eye on you. And he did that for the rest of the war. He just ran parts from wherever to Los Alamos, where the Manhattan Project was being done. And then post-war, he went back home. He wanted to buy into a franchise of diners, that was in his hometown, but his buddy who was already like in the business told him those diners were failing. So they're like, well, why don't we just take their idea, switch it around a little bit, and open our own? So they opened their first Waffle House, and then the rest is kind of history. Like, they opened their first Waffle House, and they grew rapidly, and like the gimmick and everything. And yeah, so the guy who started Waffle House, legitimately was a parts driver for the Manhattan Project because he was too good at breaking into military bases that he embarrassed people. I'm pretty sure a hot demon wife instantly can implies a warlock pat, because like you're gonna tell me that you're gonna have a demon wife that's not gonna give you powers with the binding to keep you safe. Like, that doesn't seem reasonable. Although I guess it depends on how we constitute demon, because if we constitute like a demon as in like Oni or something like that, well, yeah. But if we constitute demon in like the Abrahamic sense, then that comes back to the whole argument of are they natively evil or not, and then is there, depending on what part of the Abrahamic faith and what years, there's the difference between daemon and demon. Like, yeah, that's where you bind the pact. It's like the whole joke about like you got to sign the witch over your firstborn, and then you're like, all right, well, let's get to it. These are still wet, but they're looking good. That's about the color I wanted them to be. And then we're going to start dry. Well, I might let the wash actually dry, and then like, so my plans for tomorrow fell through. I was originally going to launch a Power World server with my V siblings tomorrow morning, but that doesn't seem to be happening now, especially because I have to go to work. I don't know if my nighttime thing is happening yet, but during the day when I get home, I might jump on it and finish these guys, or at least get them to a point where I feel like I can finish them off stream, and let this set, because I think that might be a safer option since I'm going to need these for an event that's supposed to draw more people to the game. And then the witch gets me pregnant, that's fine. I'm okay with it. Greg, give me ideas for like deep dive subjects I should cover. Blue gives me some really, really interesting ones, but like Blue has this habit of giving me ones that turn out to be really, really interesting, or there's so much apocryphal data that I'm not actually sure I can cover it. Like he asked for the history of the Let Them Eat Cake. And Let Them Eat Cake, if you guys didn't know, while it is attributed to a French noble, it more than likely was not Marie Antoinette. It was actually, that is apocryphal, and there's no actual record of that. But a French noble did probably say it, or the other option is that it was something along the lines of like the Jersey Devil, where it was part of a slander piece, a very, very deserved slander piece, but whenever can both be hot. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. Because like then you're like, give me the leaning tower of Pisa, and I'm like, all right, well this is gonna be a quick and easy one. And then I ended up like researching the Leaning Tower of Pisa for like 6 days, and I still didn't cover everything I wanted to cover. And like, it's one of the longest Spark Notes I have. Okay, so Gilgamesh would be a fantastic subject, guys. Actually, genuinely. For those of you who don't know, Gilgamesh is coming to Honkai Star Rail as part of their crossover with Fate, and I saw a post that was like, Gilgamesh is so misogynistic that he wraps back around to being an ally, because Gilgamesh legitimately in the Fate universe is like that. And I cannot stop thinking about that post, because I'm like, holy shit, they've got a lot of really good points in this post. Gilgamesh is like such a like creature of extremes, but they're like constantly polar opposite extremes, and he's a fantastic character for that. But holy shit. Although if you guys have not watched it, Fate Strange Fake, Gilgamesh is summoned by, I don't remember what tribe she's supposed to be from, but it's taking place in Arizona, so it's going to be one of that area's tribes. But he's summoned in the Grail War by a girl named Tine, and she is the leader of the local native tribe. And he is so beautifully gentle and supportive of her while still being his Gilgamesh dickbag self. And I adore his writing in Strange Fake. It is probably the best he's ever been written in a Fate series. Well, I mean, have you watched Stay Night, Deus? Genuinely, I think you should watch. Genuinely, I think the shows are better than the games. The games, you got to remember, were eroge games originally, and when the version that cuts that stuff out, they don't fix a lot of the plot holes like the TV shows do. It's not bad. It's worth it. Keep in mind it does share a universe with Tsukihime as well. Although Tsukihime and Fate take places in 2 different mirror reflections of that universe. But I do think it's not bad. Yes, Neko Arc technically exists in the Fate universe. She's so the thing is, Dead Apostles exist in both universes, but there's differences to the way they play out. In the Tsukihime universe, the Holy Grail War happens, but it doesn't happen. It's completely structured differently. They don't, and it's really weird. In the Fate universe, the Apostle Ancestors don't play out the exact same way. I mean, that's the thing, is the whole Nasu-verse all started as eroge games, so. But genuinely, I think Fate is one of those series where you either watch the TV shows or you read the novels. The visual novel isn't terrible, but it's not super great either. Although Fate Zero is absolutely still hands down. Fate Zero and Strange Fake are hands down both of my favorite series thus far. So because if Zero happens, and then it goes Zero, Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, and Hollow Exteria are 3 different ways that that same story plays out. And then Strange Fake follows I believe it's the Stay Night line. And then you have Fate Apocrypha, which Fate Apocrypha directly leads into. It's a novel now. They just announced the anime. I can't think of it. Yeah. Oh yeah, Honkai Star Rail is literally crossing over porn. Yes, there's a scene there's a canonical scene that still happens in the Stay Night situation where because of Shiro's magic abilities, he can't apply proper mage like mage power to, or can't apply proper magic power to Saber to help her out. So Shiro, Saber, and Rin have a threesome to replenish and boost Saber's magic powers so she can beat Hercules, who is Berserker. And that is canon. They don't show as much in the anime, but that's still canon to the anime universe. Because it started as a porn game, Deus, and they kept a lot of that shit still in. Trust me, that's not even the most fucked up thing in the Fate universe. Oh, because it's Fate. Which episode is it, Blue? I want to say it was like the second episode. Like, it's not that far in, I know that. Because I can picture the scene. Yeah, Uda Watamono also started as a porn series. Also, Magical Girl Lyrical Nanaha started as a porn series. Nanaha was a side character in a game called, I believe it's Triangle Hearts, that follows her parents and her elder brother and, I don't want to say sister, but I think she is technically, legally. It was the second episode. Alright, thought so. I believe she was legally the sister, but not biologically. But, her, Nanaha's parents in Triangle Hearts and her siblings are, like, magical ninja assassins, and it's a porn game, and Nanaha was, like, the sweet little kid sister that they made a spin-off for, where she becomes, like, a terrifying magical girl. I mean, they literally announced one today. They announced a wholesome, like, regular anime, version of a porn, hentai doujin. Like, today. They're still doing it. It's not that uncommon. It's very much not uncommon. Visceral has read it. That's the only reason I know about the doujin. Because he was talking about it when he sent me the thing earlier. But no, Deus, Fate has gotten away from that, and it is very good. Especially if you're a mythology nerd like I am. But Fate has gotten away from that. One of the best scenes in the entire Fate universe is Zero. And it's not a big spoiler because everyone knows that only one can survive. It's a Battle Royale series. Zero Rider's death scene, like death fight, is one of my favorite moments in the entire Fate franchise. Because Rider from Zero is Alexander the Great, and his reality marble literally takes them to the deserts of, like, Macedonia and stuff, and it summons the Ionian Heteroi, which are his companion cavalry. Alexander the Great's Macedonian companion cavalry, and it summons all of his, like, greatest officers and generals who, like, because Alexander the Great was well known for, like, he knew the vast majority of the names in his army, and he trusted a lot of them. Each and every member of Alexander's coterie can be summoned as a Holy Grail spirit. And he summons all of them. In the TV shows, not really. Most of them are fairly humanoid because they have to pass in society. I mean, you have some tall women. Nothing abnormally inhuman though. Like the most abnormally inhuman creatures would really be like Hercules in Zero, which is huge. Trying to think, like all the from the anime, you have. Oh, that's from the gacha game. Yes, that's all from the gacha game. That doesn't happen in the TV show. Yeah, no, that's from the gacha game. In Strange Fake, the one of the spirits is the anthropomorphic personification of death, literally the Horseman of Death. And during one of their fights, they summon giant skeleton women. Yeah, no, Potaru is Arc in Saber. Send you a watch order. Start with Zero. Zero is the prequel to Stay Night. Zero is the beginning of Fate. No matter what you do, Zero is the starting point, in my opinion, for Fate. Technically, Apocrypha takes place in the immediately post World War II world, but it does not actually. It's weirdly, it's apocryphic in writing. That's fair. I'll write it up for you. All right. I'm actually going to slide over. I think I am going to do that. So here, we're going to let these dry and let these actually set up properly so I don't fuck up what I've done already. I also want to let that glue dry before we start, like, heavily dry brushing these. So what we're going to do is, instead of keep pushing tonight, let me shift over. Hello, it's me. So I had, like I said, my plans for tomorrow morning were kind of killed. Where is my stream song? So I'm gonna end early tonight. I'm going to go deal with what I need to do in the morning, and since that's not starting tomorrow, I'm going to we'll come back and we will work on these guys tomorrow in the afternoon. And if we'll see if the tomorrow night's thing happens or not. But either way, we only have 4 of them. I should be able to get them done. It's mostly just dry brushing and the detail work, and these guys do not have a lot of detail work on them. So let's see who we got live. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna be sitting here because like the wash still isn't fully dry. I poked it. It's kind of tacky still a little bit. Yeah, I do. Stren, Yari, Lotus, Mew Mew, Lotus is painting. Coco and Krim are playing Elden Ring. Yuka is doing the Boogeyman. Not sure what that is. We'll raid Mew Mew. I haven't been able to write. I haven't seen Mew Mew in a while. So we're gonna raid over to Mew Mew. She is an absolute fucking sweetheart. She's actually the person who made my emotes. So like, give her your love there. And we'll be back tomorrow whenever I get done with the work thing and finish these guys. It's like I said, it shouldn't take super long. It's like maybe like an hour each. So for like 4 hours, we should be able to bust this out. So we're gonna read on over to Mew Mew. Thank you, Crow. Yeah, and I'm gonna go. Oh, Lunecra and I started watching this show, Widow's Bay. It is fucking beautiful. It's written by the people that wrote Parks and Rec, but it's a horror comedy, and it is just, they got the horror parts very well done. It's about a New England folk town that the guy's trying to revitalize and do like a like a tourist attraction, but the town's cursed. So like each episode has a different curse. So like the first one has a fog that turns you into revenants and shit, and there's a sea hag episode and shit. I highly recommend it. So there's 2 episodes of us to watch. I think I'm gonna go watch that and just kind of chill out since I have to be up for work early. But I know Mew changed her. Yep, there it is. Anyway, we're gonna review Mew. She is an absolute fucking sweetheart, like genuinely fantastic person. Please give her your love. If Rui's there too, pick on him, love him. He's fantastic as well. I miss him. And yeah, that's it. So we're gonna let those guys dry and set up, and I will be back hopefully sometime midday tomorrow, and we'll bust them out. And that's it, because we're almost ready for this event. I've got 15 zombies left to do on Sunday, so let's see if I can get them done. I should be able to. But anyway, so thank you guys for coming. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for hearing me rant. If you guys have any ideas for the whatchamacallit, anyway, if you have any ideas for the class, let me know. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and rate our Mew, and I will see you on tomorrow. So once again, have a good night tonight, have a good day tomorrow, and class is dismissed. Good night, everyone.